Next up, Freezer Burn, which is a tier 3 mission. For this we need to slow 50 zombies with Cryo Freeze Ammo and slow 10 Hellhounds. The reason I've already got some progress is that this mission is going to take you quite a while to do. What you need to do first of all is get yourself the Cryo Freeze mod. Where do you find these? Well, if you zoom in on the minimap, you're looking for these little aether nests. I usually wouldn't recommend doing one in the tier 2 zone, even though we'll be moving there later on. Essentially, inside of the zone, you'll be clearing out a few infected nests. Then, from those infected nests, you'll get the mod that you can stick onto your gun. The thing about it though is that you need to hit zombies in the body a few times so that they freeze instead of just being killed instantly. The thing about this though is that tier 1 zombies are just super squishy. So you'll be grabbing this freezer mod, hopefully from the first aether nest, then you'll be heading into the tier 2 zone to start freezing and eventually killing a bunch of zombies and of course hellhounds. You also won't want super powerful weapons, or at least a super powerful weapon if you have 2 of them, so keep one of them as a bit of a pistol or something simple, just so you can land multiple hits and hopefully freeze enemies instead of just getting rid of them very quickly. You'll definitely not want to use a pack-a-punched weapon. Anyways, find your way over to one of these aether nests, preferably in a tier 1 zone, and you'll hopefully find the item you need at the first one. I've found these in about 2 of 3 that I've done so far, so there's a pretty high spawn rate. When you get here, you should have a gas mask to get inside, but don't worry if you don't, it's very easy. You're essentially looking for these, shooting them 5 or so times, they'll explode, and there's usually 4 or 5 of these in each one of these houses. Get rid of a few, run out to get some air, and kill the rest of the zombies. When you do eventually get rid of the last one, the gas will clear, allowing you to more easily explore. Right, there's 3 done, 4, and I think that's probably it. Doesn't seem like it, and I think the last one will be... There we go. They do make some noise, so you can hopefully more easily find them. When you've got rid of all of them, head to this box, and you'll usually find a Cryo Freeze mod. You can either right-click to pick it up and keep it for later, otherwise you can simply use it, and it'll put the effect on whatever gun you're currently holding. So you'll usually want a slightly lower powered weapon, just so you don't instant kill zombies you're trying to freeze. For me, I'll equip it to my one and only weapon. You'll see it's equipped in the bottom right, and now, whenever we land body shots on zombies, it'll have a good chance of freezing them. That's why we're going to head into the orange zone, the tier 2 zone, just so we can get more body shots without killing them first, just to have a higher chance of freezing them. Obviously, you will need to dispatch zombies once you've frozen them, at least to keep yourself safe, but just going for chest shots, you'll see that they freeze, there's a different noise, and that counts as 1. They do unfreeze, so keep that in mind, but also make sure to land body shots, so that way you can do at least 2 or 3 before they do eventually get dispatched. On top of this, you'll want to use an automatic gun, as burst fires and tap fires just take a little bit long to get everything done. Here you can just hold down your trigger and freeze a bunch of zombies in a large group. You don't really need to worry about not killing them and things like that, as the freeze applies instantly, so as soon as you hear that noise, even if they're disappearing pretty quickly, it's already counted, so there's no stress in that regard. You can now see that with this done, I have 8 more to freeze, and then I'm done with the first part of this mission. This is going to take you a long time, especially if you die. If you do die, you'll have to reset, come into a new game, and get yourself the effect again. Obviously, if you're running out of ammo quickly as well, it's going to be very painful, especially if we go into the harder areas, as you'll be using a lot more bullets if your gun isn't super powerful. And that should be maybe it. 1 more, 2 more. Perfect. There we go. We're done. We've now got all of the freezes for these zombies. Now we just need to freeze or slow 10 hellhounds. These are usually pretty squishy, so you'll want to do it in a tier 2 zone rather than a tier 1 zone. Now, how exactly do we summon some of these? Well, you'll find them randomly, usually around certain events and certain quests and things like that, but we can head towards certain missions that should make life a little bit easier. Mainly being, I think, the deliver cargo missions, or the escort missions, have a high chance of spawning them and getting them to chase you. But other than that, you should be able to head into the area and just run around until you eventually find some of them if you wish. It'll take some time to find 10 of them, but at least you only need 10 rather than 50 like the normal zombies. Unfortunately, that didn't go my way, so we'll be trying that again. And of course, if you do die, you'll need to, unfortunately, find that mod once more and reapply it, doing the same thing again. This is probably going to take you a few lives if you're solo. There we go. So we grabbed it again, this time on a pistol, so that's good. We should definitely be able to do quite a bit of damage here and there without having to dispatch enemies really quickly. There we go, there's a body shot, so that counted. It seems like you really do need to land a body shot, not just click them. Even though you really want to hit them anyway from the front, you kind of need to get around them to hit them from the side, especially if you're in the tier 1 zone. In the tier 2 zone, it should be more than easy to click at them and get the frost anyways. Not to mention, it's 2 hits to kill them pretty much anyway, so it's a 50-50 whether you'll get it or not really. It will take you quite a while to do this, especially if you don't know where to find lots of these. There we go, this is the mission I'm looking for, the escort escort mission. It's got a little picture of a tank on the TAC phone. So let's get our way over there, pick that up, and hopefully find ourselves a whole bunch of dogs. There we go. Here we are. Let's quickly grab this. Right, let's find ourselves the escort vehicle. You don't really have a choice to start this in a tier 2 zone, as these missions are somewhat rare, but if you find one in a tier 2 zone, it's absolutely worthwhile traveling there and doing it there, just as it'll be that much easier to get the frost effect. Right, so when you get your way here, simply hop on top of this vehicle when it starts, stand somewhere near the back here, and it should be easy enough to snipe some of these dogs when they come for you. There'll be quite a few of these coming very quickly, or at least usually. It doesn't seem to be any dogs quite just yet. Maybe it's just different areas. Anyways, it'll definitely take you more than a minute to finish. There we go. There's one of them, but we didn't get it in time. There's another one. Didn't freeze, sadly. There's another freeze at least, but it seems like we still have a good long while to go, sadly. There's another one. Hey, frozen that one. It's definitely very slow. Anyways, just remember you have the frost gun on you, whichever one it may be, and remember to use it when you see the opportunity. For now, maybe it's worth just driving around. I do remember seeing far down the south, or at least usually in the south, some sort of dog house or something along those lines. I would assume that you'd find lots of them in those sorts of areas. That I don't really know though. Maybe an Aether Nest will have what we're looking for? Possibly. Did we get freezing in here? Yes, we do. Let's take this. Anyways, now that we have freeze and our pack-a-punched weapon in here, we should hopefully be able to find and get some dogs too, without having to worry about switching to our secondary. Oh, there was a dog here and vanished in the ground. Cool. Oh, there we go. And frozen. There we go. We still need another 6 of them. We are getting there though. Haha, another one. Frozen, another 5 of them. 4 of them. We're really getting some movement now. Maybe we can pack a bunch of this a second time just for giggles. Hey, another dog frozen. Probably 3 more, I think. Another one. I don't think we got anything from that. Yeah, still 3 more. There we go. 2 more. Didn't get that one. I think we got our second last one now. So we're on our last one. And we didn't get that final Hellhound. Damn, so close. Hey, last one. No freeze there. Jeez, it's taking a long time to find this last one. Bro, what is this? There we go. And there we go. We finally got our last freeze. Perfect. That's really it. Thank you all for watching this long guide. My name's been Troubleshoot, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao.